Everyone, so today I'm going to show you guys how I do like a little like bralette kind of cup thing. So I'm just going to show you guys like a basic way that I do it. I know everyone does it a little bit differently, but this is pretty much what I've seen in the patterns that I have been following, because I've been following a couple different patterns. They're all generally the same. Obviously the sizing is going to be different depending on the type of yarn that you're using and the hook that you're using. I'm using a 5.5mm hook. It is also the letter size I, and I'm using a medium weight yarn. It is the Big Twist. Just to show you guys, you may have to adjust your sizing for yourself, but this is just what I'm going to do today. So yeah, I chained 9, and then I'm going to skip this stitch. We're going to do 2 into the next stitch, and we're going to do 2 single crochets. Single crochet is probably the best stitch to use because it's a little bit tighter than any of the others. So I'm going to do this all the way down the row. Once you're at the end of the row, you're going to chain 1, turn your work, and then you're going to continue single crochets all the way down to the end of this row. Okay, so I'm at the end of the row, and I did 9 single crochets, so there should be 1 already in that very last stitch. I'm going to do 2 more in that last stitch. 1, 2, 3, this one goes in the middle. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue single crochet down the other side of the chain. So basically when you're working on this, you'll be working kind of in a U shape, and then you'll be going back and forth with this U shape. So I'm going to continue doing that right now. Basically, you're just going to do the same number on this side. You're going to make sure that these are even. I'm going to chain 1, turn, and then you're going to continue working around. When you get to this stitch marker with this stitch right at the very end, you're going to do 3 single crochet stitches into that stitch, and you're going to keep doing that for each round. So the increase will always be where the stitch marker is. So make sure you're always marking that. So anytime you do 3, put the stitch marker in the middle stitch. Hey everyone, so in addition to showing you guys how I made this little bralette cup, it's not fully finished yet, as you guys can tell, but I just want to give you guys some tips on things to know. So first, you definitely want to use a cotton or a soft yarn, because this is going to go against your skin, so you want something that's going to be soft and not scratchy. Honestly, the thinner the yarn, the lighter weight it is, the better, because your piece is going to be thinner and it's also going to be lighter on your body. If you're using a smaller weight yarn, I would also recommend a much smaller hook, because then your stitches will be tighter together, therefore you'll have a lot less holes, which goes on to my next 2 points about making sure you have a really tight gauge and making sure you're using a single crochet stitch. This way you'll have less holes, unless you like that look. Then in that case, I would recommend maybe putting in a liner if that's what you're going for. Or, don't. It's totally up to you. And then just remember that these cups are fully customizable to yourself. So make sure to measure yourself, make sure to hold it up, check yourself, make sure it's actually going to fit how you want it to. And lastly, make sure you're using that stitch marker in that top stitch just to make sure you know exactly where the middle is. So yeah, good luck and have fun.